There we go.
And we're live.
And
we're live. Hi everybody, my name is Helen. I'm from Good Things Marketing. As you can see, just before we start, if you'd like to jump in on the Twitter sphere or Instagram or anywhere else, we have my Twitter, a hashtag that we're operating on, so feel free to tweet in any questions as we go along. So Good Things Marketing, we help keep Good Things grow. We're a creative agency that works with startups, small, medium businesses, and co-working in digital, social, and marketing. So I'm the director of Good Things Marketing. I'm a digital social media specialist. I'm in the top 10% of social media users worldwide. You might have seen me in the Digital and Social Media Professionals of South Australia group on LinkedIn. Also social co-lead at 30 Below of ADMA, and I'm vice president, including social college alumni. My favourite thing is Snapchat, followed by Instagram and LinkedIn. So that's me. But what we're talking about today is how can you maximise your events, festivals, conferences, workshops, and public meetings through social media and digital leverage. So first of all, first step is planning your purpose. So you need to know what you want to do before you can go out and do it and actually make sure that you're meeting those metrics. So what do you want to achieve? Do you want to gather interested people that later on you can have another conversation with? Are you looking to increase your social following? Are you looking to own the brand space online? Like, what is your objective? And then you need to think about how you make this happen. So think a little bit more about, what you need, so which resources, and how much time you need. So it's a bit of a strategy before you move on to this one. So I thought the best way to kind of present it would be to do 3 time slots. So we've got pre-event, during the event, and post-event. And then we just gone with 3 tips for each area. So to maximise pre-event, you need to plan. You need to plan your activities, you need to plan your engagement, and you need to plan your capture points. So, for example, if you're at a conference, is there an opportunity for you to have an iPad where you're capturing emails of interested people? Instead of people just coming through and leaving, you can actually capture them and do something with that after. Are you trying to get people to check in or share a photo and then use your branded hashtag? So that's your capture photo. You need to prepare. So you need to know your speaker's social details. Another plug down here, feel free to shout out to us. You need to know the location and social details. And here today we're at Hub Adelaide. You can also tweet Hub Australia as well. You need to know your unique or year-specific event hashtag. So this year, I believe, it's Social Media Day 2016 for the world. So that's a year-specific. So that way, when you go through your hashtags, you can get a bit more clear into which year. And strong shoulders as well. Not physical shoulders, as in what you tweet out constantly, so you have a nice, clear message that goes out, particularly for Twitter or Instagram. So promote. So obviously promote your event through to your event. So use your socials for your brand. Use your email database and list that you have existing. You can use your personal brand as well if your personal brand is in line with your business. I recommend you use your venue and your sponsor socials and your partners, but don't forget traditional print items as well. There's nothing like some good take-home items or something of value that will last for the event. So during the event, the 3 things during the event I recommend that we look at is to establish, engage, and capture. So with establish, we're establishing the rules of engagement. So at the start of the session, I said, feel free to jump on in, and these are my handles, and it's consistent all the way through. So that's the rules of engagement. Yes, the hashtags are there, the specific details on the slide. So pop these details on your posters, and make sure you add your hashtags to your event material. And if someone is tweeting about the event and they might not have, so for example, today we're having hashtag social media Adelaide, like ADL, and then we started getting some ADEL. So feel free to jump on in those tweets and be like, heads up, it's actually this one too, and that way you can bring it all back into the same central area. Engage, so don't forget to actually have the conversation. Don't just talk about people. Social is conversation. And it's not just like, oh, I love this, and that's it. It's like, I love this, would love to see you at this store. Or, just the deeper sort of actual conversations that social really can give value in. Reach out to attendees. Don't be afraid to reach out to people and sort of be as friendly as possible, but also in line with your business or brand values. Ask questions. So have you seen us, for example, have you seen our bar at this festival? We'd love to see you there, or come on down, there's like a glass with your name on it. So feel free to really be the person within the social media. Drive people to your email sign-ups if that's what you're trying to do. So say, love us on socials, love this photo. If you'd like to hear more from us, here's a link to join our email database and think more about it and offer them value to that, which is the next step, offer them value for their details. So further in that area is capturing their interest. So don't be boring. It's pretty simple, but offer them something interesting. Are you doing a really interesting competition? Do you do really good tweets and social messaging later on? Can you put them in an email list that you can have a further conversation with them? But yeah, offer them value for the detailed trade. Capture their good quotes. If people are saying some really great things about your event or about your brand at an event, get that down. This is wonderful marketing collateral that you can use later on. Images on the day, I always recommend you get a somewhat professional photographer to be capturing on the ground. That again goes into your marketing database. And attendee images with the right permissions, you can absolutely use those. And again, feel free to retweet them and engage in the conversation as well. That's during. And then we have posts. So post-event, we want to thank those who were engaged. You want to reach out to them and say thank you for your contributions, thank you for the tweets, thank you for writing a blog post, thank you for being there and appreciate their value they give to you. And that might be across the speakers, that might be to your sponsors. You can have a cute little conversation with your sponsors and your speakers, and that publicises your event that's just closed. You can also do this with your venues at Hub Adelaide, where we are now, and other collaborators such as Bishop. He's doing a great job today. And virtualize. So the activities that you are doing, capture them, record them, take photos of them, and own them. Put them up online. So archive your recordings online, so that perhaps if you can't come today or the second day, you can access that online. Blog posts are always great post-event as well, and they should be shared across all your platforms. And then share the materials from the day. So for example, this presentation I might tidy up a little bit, but will be available after the presentation. And follow up. So for example, you've got wonderful collateral, you've got all these interested people, and they've put their hand up and they've reached out to you, and you've had conversations. What are you going to do with them? You really need to make sure that you follow up on those relationships. So yeah, whether it's with your speakers or your venues, but it's also particularly with your email list. This is the time when you want to build, plan, and kick off your onboarding email series. So, welcome, and we loved you at this event. Are you interested in hearing more about this? And that's when you can start to segment your list based on what they're interested in. And then plan next time. It's fresh, and this is the time to go, you know what, that went really, really well last time, or we had a technical problem here, but we could have had this. And start planning for next year. So then when next year comes around, everything in between refreshes your memory, you sit down to your planning document and you're like, right, what we did last year, this is what we got out of it, this met our objectives, and this is a tentative plan for what to do. Finally, talking too fast. Sorry, everyone. So yeah, that's pretty much the how to maximize your events through digital and social media. In a nutshell, very quickly. So yeah, feel free to tweet me with any questions, or you can join us on our Good Things Marketing social media or our website for more. So any questions or events specific things that you want to do with?
How far in advance do you suggest reaching out to participants or guests of the event?
Yeah. Kind of depends. Can you give me an example of an event?
Just say like today's event.
So today's event?
Yeah.
Today's event I'd probably do, if it's online and in real life, a month is probably a good time. You can be doing your socials from any time period, but it's good to sort of be getting people to start thinking about volunteering for events and stuff like that, putting it in their calendar, thinking of different ideas. And then just with your planning the event as well, you want as much time as possible. So probably about a month or something like this.
Have an example of maybe creative and successful event you have inspired?
Yeah.
Repeat the question in case
Okay, so a really creative and interesting event that I worked on was actually not with Good Things Marketing, but it's one of my favourites, so I'm sure they won't mind. I know there's people tuning in. So I worked with an international wine brand, and we came up with the concept of giving away this amazing prize to drive email subscribers and social following, as well as sales at the actual bar. So I got to work on the ground up in Adelaide and approaching people and driving people through Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, having conversations. And yeah, we came out with some beautiful, stunning photos. It was about sharing your experience. So yeah, it was these wonderful creative photos that we also had permission to use later on. Yeah, you think the colour festival, all the explosions, people dancing and holding wine glasses, and interesting behaviour with wine barrels and beautiful kind of bars and stuff that were lit up at night. People climbing underneath them to take beautiful scenic photos and stuff like that. That's probably my favourite creative event.
Will you be at drinks tonight?
I will be a drink.
Yep, question.
Yeah.
Drop by. Thank you.